Does money actually buy happiness? Now, I'm going to be straight up, guys. Yes, money does buy happiness, but to an extent. Now, if you're someone who is struggling to pay your bills and you're living in what I call survival mode, yes, money is going to buy you happiness. Now, the truth is, if you're in survival mode, and I was there, guys, in 2020, I was struggling to pay my bills. My parents were struggling. That's what hurt me even more, in my opinion. Like, I was always fine. Like, I was always gonna find a way, but it was my parents that really hurt me, which made me start my online business. And if you guys don't know already, I'm currently like in a very good financial situation. I have over a $2 million net worth. I have a very high income. God bless, but it wasn't always like that. Okay, so I was also in survival mode, and I remember getting out, like that happiness, like that instant joy. Like, I still remember how I felt. It's a very, very good feeling. Now, the problem is that feeling comes and it goes very fast, because most people who are in survival mode, all you really need to get out is a couple $1,000s extra. Okay, if you have a lot of debt and you're in a very bad situation, I understand. Okay, but that's not most people. If I were to ask most people right now how much money you actually need extra every single month to be out of survival mode, which is like, survival mode means like, you're stressing. Like, if you have a flat tire, you're cooked, you'll go into debt, you can potentially go bankrupt. They'll probably say, a couple $1,000s per month max, and they'll be good. Now, the good thing is you can easily make that, right? So you can easily make that. You can get a side hustle. You can, work an extra job, work more hours, and you can get yourself out of there. But once you start making a little bit more, that's when that happiness starts to taper off. And that's where you can't really look at the dollar amount that you're making. You can't look at that for happiness and for joy. Now, when I started my online business, I used to always say, like, if I were to make 5K a month, I would be good. I remember I said 5K because I would give 2K to my parents, like $2,000 to my parents, and I'd have $3,000 to myself. And I was like, dude, if I had 3,000 every single month, I would be rich. Where I was living with my parents at the time, like 3,000 felt like a lot. I would be able to, cover my car, my insurance, and the rest I can like invest, or, what I'm saying? I can just buy the stuff I always wanted to buy, like new clothes and potentially go on vacations. All those stuff that, if you don't have a lot of money, you know what I'm talking about. There's stuff that you want to buy, like a new gaming PC. And when I hit 5K a month, obviously I've got out of survival mode. I started to buy some of the things that I used to dream that I wanted, like a better gaming setup, gaming monitor. And I just didn't feel happy. Like, that feeling that I felt when I got out of survival mode, I didn't get that feeling. And a lot of people will agree with me. Like, there's stuff that you probably wanted to buy that you've been waiting for a long time, and the minute you get it, you feel very happy. But a month goes by and it just doesn't feel like anything. And you're kind of just looking for the next thing. Like, what's the next thing I want to buy? And that's the same thing with money, and that's the same thing with your income. So when you start making more money, you're always going to move the goalpost further. Okay, unless you could understand and kind of control it, but it's extremely difficult. When I started to make 5K a month, I was like, okay, 5K, it's, I bought some of the things that I want, but it didn't bring me that happiness. So maybe I have to make more. Okay, let's aim for 10K. Hit 10K. Then I hit 20K. Same feeling. Felt just empty. Like, I felt happy, but it felt empty. And now, 6 years later, I finally understand, like, it's not the dollar amount. Like, I remember I used to always want a $1 million net worth. Now I have a $2 million net worth. And that the dollar amount doesn't bring me that happiness. So once you get out of survival mode and you get a little bit extra, okay, so in my opinion, that amount is around 10K per month, which obviously isn't easy. Okay, getting out of survival mode is you just need whatever your expenses are with a couple thousand. But reaching 10K a month, you should be, finances should be in check. You shouldn't be worrying about bills. You should be able to invest every single month. You can have money for vacations, for shopping, giving back to your family. That should be fine. After that, that happiness, you have to find it within. And as cringy as it sounds, obviously, like, you probably have seen people online like, happiness is within, and, family. And it's actually true. I used to find that so cringy. I used to like watch those videos, like, dude, this guy's cringe, man. I need 100K. I need $1 million. I need money. That's gonna make me happy. I'll buy a Lamborghini and the Lambo will make me happy. I like like I'm not looking for no happiness from my money. Okay, I've already accepted that. The happiness that I get is by fulfilling my purpose. For me, my purpose, I feel like it's to give back and to help people. I feel a lot of joy when I bring my friends out for a round of golf, or I give my friends some advice and they listen to my advice and it works and it helps them. I feel that's when I feel happy. When I feel happy when I play sports, when I play video games, when I'm with my family, when I'm with my friends. Okay, so if you think 50K, 70K, 100K, that's gonna bring you happiness, it won't. The dollar amount won't. But if you use that money towards your purpose, yes, it will bring you happiness. Okay. The problem is it's very difficult to kind of like distinct and separate the two, and it's gonna take a lot of time. But if you can do that, you'll be very good. Like right now, I'm in a situation where, obviously, I want to make a lot of money. Like I earn very well, I earn like 70 to 100K a month. And obviously, when you're making a lot of money, like you kind of set that high amount as the new standard, and that can give you a little bit of stress. But I make sure I use my money just to keep my. But I'm making sure now that I'm using my money for my purpose, to fulfill my purpose, to not buy stuff that not to buy stuff like material items. I buy material items, but again, I don't buy it to make me feel fulfilled. I buy it just because I can. I like it. I'm gonna buy it, but that's not where I go to find my happiness. And if you can understand that, guys, I'm telling you right now, man, you will feel so much better about your life. Obviously, if you're not making over $10,000 a month, or if you're still in survival mode, but you're watching this video, that means you're taking the right steps, and you should be happy. Okay, like you should feel good. Like don't just put your head down and just grind and be angry and hate life. Trust me, guys. Trust me, man. The old times are also good. I think back about my younger days, and I honestly think those days were better than my days right now. Which is pretty funny to say because obviously now I'm doing much better financially. But yeah, it's not just about finances, man. Get out of survival mode. First things first, get out of survival mode. Get a little extra. Work hard. Start a side hustle. Follow my channel and enjoy your life, man. Enjoy your life. So that's my final verdict. Money does buy happiness, but to a point, to an extent. And the amount of money that you really need to be happy is around 10, 15K a month. I would say around 10, 15K a month. Past that, you're not going to find much happiness from your dollars. That's where you really want to focus on your purpose and making sure you're using that money to help you fulfill your purpose, not for material items. And if you guys agree with me, man, comment down below. And if you're looking to get out of survival mode and make that money that you always wanted to, also comment down below. And yeah, that's all for me, guys. I'll see you all in the next one.